It's time for another Gothmas craft. This one, a little simpler. Hello, it's Icy. Yes, I am returned again for another Gothmas craft. If you're wondering, what on earth am I doing? I am taking advantage of doing crafty things for a reason, just cause. Plus, this way I get to make my end of year celebrations goth. It has come to my attention as well in the meantime. This almost might count as cottagecore as well, specifically dark cottagecore, at least the dress and the crafty decoration type stuff. So today's plan is I'm going to make some pennants. So a little, like a string with some triangle decorations on it to hang above the window in my study. Because that will look really cool. It is actually Christmassy. So it is, full on end of year celebration decorations. Now, people make pennants in different ways. You can make them out of paper and then just attach them to a string or otherwise. That's a quick and simple way to do it. If you've got black paper, red paper, whatever you think, that would work amazingly well. You could probably make them out of something slightly more durable, like, I don't know, some sort of light plastic, possibly. And then you've got other problems with plastic. I wanted to make something that would last a few years or come in and out of my decoration box every year, or possibly might just stay up all year long. So I have decided to make them out of material. Now, in the previous video where I was making the Christmas sock, do check the playlist in the top. In the end, I decided to decorate the top of the sock with like a zigzag design, and that actually worked really, really, really well. I was super pleased with how that came together. So I figured I will just use the same technique to make a row of pennant flags. Your other option is to make individuals and then make a loop at the top and then just run them on a string. I don't know if that would be faster. Actually, I don't think it would be. It might give you a neater result. It would have the advantage that you can kind of shuffle how close or how far apart each pennant is on the string, but we're not doing that. So let's see how we are doing it. Okay, so I have already made a template, as you can see. This is actually conveniently made from a Christmas cake box, so in the theme of the season. So I did some experiments and I just kind of drew up a shape that I thought would look appropriate. Now, this little top section is actually really important. This is the section that will get folded to altogether make the string, so to speak. The plan is to have a series of triangles which I will trace out on a strip of material like this. The material will be double. I'll have two layers I will cut out, and then each of these is going to be taller. So each of these is an individual triangle using my template. So I'll cut these out, sew the two sides together, leaving the top open. Then I'm going to basically just fold over the top and then top stitch and iron it, and then top stitch across the fold. So this is where they join, and this is basically the string. So that'll end up being about, probably about 1.5 centimeters, something like that, thereabouts. And I think this should work quite well. I might, once they're turned inside out, top stitch around the edges. It'll depend on how fancy I'm feeling and whether, annoyingly, I can't just let well enough like ironing be good enough. So let's go with it's very likely. Especially as this line, once the top section is tucked in, this line will have to be top stitched to finish it off. So I might end up doing that, maybe with a contrasting thread. So I will be using this rather glorious red material. It is coming through a little light on the camera. It's a very dark, luscious red, but not maroon. So there's no cool tones in this particularly. Oh, sorry, it's a cool tone. It's not tomatoey, but it's not going down to, it's not heading down into the purple region. And the reason I'm using this rather than some of the other maroon colors that I've been playing with over the last 3 weeks, I don't know how long I've been sewing for, is this will tone nicely and better than any of the other colors with the curtains that are already in my study. So going with this, I'm going to make at least the 2.2 meter string, and then if that works out, I might make another one to go across the bookshelves. So that's the plan. Let's get going. You'll never believe this. That took a lot longer than I was expecting. That does seem to be the way my projects go, I have noticed. So it looks lovely. It looks really nice. Look, there we go. Look at that. I've got beautiful bunting in a fantastic color that should work perfectly. I've added, you can see from a little decorative stitch across the top. My machine was not happy. It squeaked terribly while sewing that section. Really, really badly. A couple of things I learned from doing this. I didn't have to sew it. I should just cut the damn thing out. And it would have been fine because it's like diagonally across the material. Sorry, grabbing these extra bits. Because it's diagonally across the material, it wouldn't have frayed anyway. There was like 0 point to actually do the whole sewing thing. It is going to be slightly more robust than if I just hung these up, but I was smart, you see. I chopped these other ones out in a way that means if I want, I can just I don't know, like run a sewing line across the top here and boom, I have some more bunting, and also that will sit maybe a little nicer, a little softer because it's not like a double layer of material attached. If you are thinking about making this, if you've got a relatively heavy duty material, could be an old sheet, something, and you can cut it on the diagonal, like across the diagonal, and it doesn't fray and it looks fine, just do that. Just chop it out. It'll look amazing. The other thing you could use to chop the triangles, if you have them, are these, which are called pinking shears. Basically, they're material scissors, but they've got like a zigzag on it. You can use those, and that will also help to stop the fray. Also, that would look cute. That would look really cute. So, once again, a project done. It took a lot longer than I was expecting. That's okay. Let's have a quick look and see what it looks like actually hanging up in my study. And I'm in my study. This is the most awkward angle to record at. But what else can I do with a window? So there's my bunting. It looks really nice. I'm super pleased. I'm thinking I'm just gonna leave it there all year. So I've got my curtains. Maybe we'll do that. That might help. I think that helps. So it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. But yes, as I said, there is a considerably simpler, faster way you can do it without a sewing machine, to be honest. What I did was overkill, like really overkill, and I regret my decisions. It looks great, the end result's fantastic. I regret my decisions. But are you going to make some Gothmas or Christmas bunting? Let me know in the comments. Have you done any other Gothmas or Christmas or end of year crafts and you would like to share them with me? I would like to see them. Please do check out the other videos in this playlist, which is all of the Gothmas fare. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe. That would be appreciated. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.